Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have something a little silly for you guys. I was fucking around on Wi-Fi trying to get battles, and I decided to only bring one Dottler to a battle, and I think I got this on the third try, but I got this guy, and I wanted to acknowledge the fact that he does have a Charizard on his team who could have come in at any time early in this battle and fucked over my entire day. But he decides to bring in Charizard really late in this battle, which allowed me to dig down his entire team with just Dottler. So obviously it goes without saying my opponent for this video was not the best battler in the world, but I still think it was funny and I hope you guys will enjoy. So the battle begins. My opponent is going to lead off with his Zacian and get his Intrepid Sword ability, which raises his attack by one stage. And as you guys know, I just have my boy Dottler out here. So my opponent is going to go for the Behemoth Blade, which actually does a dickload of damage. It brings me under half. And it's a good thing for me that I actually went for the Iron Defense here, because I cannot take two of those Behemoth Blades. Those are incredibly strong attacks. And so this is going to increase my defense by 2 stages. So now I can safely, I believe, live a Behemoth Blade. But for whatever reason, my opponent decides to go for the Air Slash. And that is adorable damage, and I'm just gonna go for the recover here just to add insult to injury. And I believe I go for a second recover just to kind of top myself off, because at this point I know I can live anything that this Zacian wants to go for. So he sees that his Behemoth Blade did more damage last time than his Air Slash, so he's actually gonna just go for that again, and now it's starting to do laughable damage. Lol, I live on 69 HP. Incredible. So now I'm going to go for another recover here, and I'm basically topped off. So now I can continue to set up here, and I'm going to go for my second Iron Defense, which is going to now put me at +4 defense. So your boy Dottler is not taking shit from this Zacian. So he's going to continue to go for the Behemoth Blade. Now, had he crit me, I probably would have died. Thankfully, that is not the case here. So I am now sitting at a comfortable +4 defense, but that's not good enough. So we're going to get greedy as hell here and go for another Iron Defense, as my opponent, it seems like he's going to swap out or something, but no, he actually stays in and goes for the Play Rough here. Again, why my opponent has not brought in the Charizard by this point in the battle, I have no fucking idea. So now I'm sitting pretty at +6 defense. I am taking any physical hit all day long, unless it crits me, of course. So now my opponent gets smart and goes for the Air Slash. It actually does relatively good damage, but I'm going to be able to recover that off as well. And now it is time for your boy to start setting up some Calm Minds. So yes, I'm going to literally sit here and just basically tank attacks and continue to get tankier as the battle goes on. So my opponent decides to swap out, and I really honestly thought Charizard was coming out. That would have been the play, but my opponent, for whatever reason, decides to bring out the Rhydon. I was thinking maybe he's got Horn Drill or something, and I figured that's what he would go for. I was a little bit worried about that, but I was like, you know what? It's 30 accuracy. There's no way. So he actually goes for the Mega Horn, and unfortunately for my opponent, he actually misses that. Not that it really would have done much anyway. So I'm just going to continue going for the Calm Mind here, as my opponent goes for the Stone Edge, I believe, which Stone Edge actually could be a little bit threatening. It is super effective, and Stone Edge does have a high crit chance, so I was kind of worried about that a little bit, not gonna lie. And so yeah, I'm just going to keep going for the Calm Mind. I am risking the biscuit here, praying that he does not get the Stone Edge crit on me, because honestly I think that probably would have killed me. Rhydon actually has relatively good attack, so for whatever reason here, I believe my opponent swaps out into the Copperajah here. Again, not into the Charizard. And Copperajah is pretty laughable at this point. I guess the worst thing that this thing could have to hit me with would be like Heat Crash or something, but at +6, Heat Crash is doing adorable damage anyway. There's literally nothing that this Copperajah can do to me unless it gets like Fissure or something, which I don't think it actually gets. So You guys know the drill by now. I'm just gonna keep going for these calm mines, and I think I'm at like +4, maybe even +5 at this point in the battle. I lost track. I'm gonna have to look when the PP shows up. So he goes, for whatever reason, my opponent goes for the superpower. It does like literally 2 damage, and he's gonna lower his attack and defense. I have no idea what the hell that was about. And here I'm just gonna go for another calm mine. I'm sorry guys, the first like half of this battle is nothing but setup, nothing but greed, and my opponent is now going to Dynamax. So we got this big ass elephant out here, and watch this guys. So he goes for the Dynamax like rock move or whatever. It does so little. It is hilarious. So I go for another Calm Mind. Watch this shit, guys. So here it comes. So he's gonna go for the max rock fall. Look at this big ass wall of rock that just slams down on Dottler, and it does like 2 damage. And so he's gonna set up the sandstorm, which that doesn't fucking, honestly, the sandstorm is doing more damage than anything else he's got going on right now. So I'm just gonna go for the recover here. So my opponent's gonna try the Gmax, or not Gmax, the Dynamax Rockfall or whatever again. It does adorable damage, and the Sandstorm once again does probably more damage than that did. So now I believe I'm at +6. So now it is time, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy Dottler is about to fucking be collecting cheeks here all day long. So my opponent actually decides to swap out, and finally he brings out this fucking Charizard, who does not want to take this stored power at all. Charizard gets sent to the next dimension. So I literally don't have to worry about Charizard critting me anymore, which is great. I don't know why the hell my opponent did that. That was that was an incredible play on their part. So now it literally does not matter what the hell my opponent does. There is nothing on this fool's team that can live a stored power. I think stored power, I think its base power right now is like 360. That is like retarded strong power right there. Plus stab. Dottler is a psychic type, so it does get stabbed. It is so strong. So he brings out the Eternatus, who is only going to die to a stored power now. I feel so bad. Like, what if this kid just got the game at Christmas or something, and he's trying to get in competitive? And what if this was like his first competitive match? I like ruined competitive for this kid. He will never play this game ever again. Getting swept by a Dottler, folks. So my opponent takes forever here to send out his next mon, but I believe it's Caparaja. It might also be the Rhydon. I can't remember what exactly he goes out into. So yeah, it is the Caparaja. And this is a resisted hit, but at this point in the battle, I'm set up so far, it literally does not matter. This thing gets one shot into the Shadow Realm with you, and Caparaja is just straight up gone. So now I think my opponent has, what, two mons left or something like that. So the Sandstorm is finally going to end. Let's see what my opponent brings out next. I don't even remember this battle that much. He's gonna bring out the Komodo, I believe is how you say it. Okay, he's got 3 mons left. So he's got Komodo, I think Rhydon, and something else. So he goes for the Breaking Swipe, whatever the hell that does. It lowers my attack. Actually, does the attack drop? Does that increase stored power's power? I'm not sure. Somebody let me know in the comment section. So that is going to drop the Komodo, and I believe my opponent brings out the Rhydon next, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, Rhydon might have been the last mon. Let's see. Nope, here's Rhydon. So I can't remember what his last mon is. Oh, I think it's Zacian. Is that how you say it? Zacian? Zacian? So he's gonna go for Stone Edge, and right here I was just praying that he didn't crit me. How shitty would that have been to come this far just to get critted by a Stone Edge and have it all end right there? So you guys know the drill. I'm just going to go for a stored power, and that's going to kill off the Rhydon. My opponent's last mon is the Zacian from earlier, and that is going to stand absolutely no chance. So my opponent, I believe, is just going to go for a Behemoth Blade, and that is a wrap, folks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't the greatest battle in the world, but I thought it was funny, and I hope you guys got a kick out of it too. I think it's fun to like only bring one mon to a Wi-Fi battle and take on a full team of 6 just to be an asshole. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I love you. Follow me on Twitter, Discord. Links as always are in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Toodles.